So in our story, we used all 5 of the allegorical levels of meaning into our story, being the allegorical levels of steep, societal, technological, environmental, economical, and political. So with the societal aspect of our story, we started with the character of Sue. Sue being a representation of society and its ignorance towards how urban infrastructure can be improved or how much of an impact it has on our society. So the technological implication comes with the construction worker of Bob. Bob comes up in this excavator and he explains what its purpose is. So it's used to build and to help or assist the construction workers build these huge structures such as bridges or such as buildings specifically, things like that. And it moves several different kinds of materials as listed on this page. And this excavator is actually allegorically representing technology as a whole and machinery as a whole. Not only is the excavator used, but there's also things such as like a crane or other machinery like the excavator that is used, that you'll often see on construction sites to build things such as roads, bridges, train tracks, and smaller buildings. And so what we were trying to get at with the idea of technology is that excavators are not, obviously, machinery is not the only thing that goes into technology and how it's used in urban infrastructure, but there's also things like computer designing or new ideas that come online and how we have graphic designers and architects that work online now, because everything is beginning to go online and into technology, that we are able to start testing things and going through simulations with materials online, whereas before we would have to buy physical materials and physically go through time and hard work to test out certain ideas. Whereas online, you can just draw something up quickly and get it approved by a board of associates or something like that. For the economic aspect of our, actually, we're going to start with the environment. The economic and the environmental aspect of our story actually tied together pretty well. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to mention that the population growth boosted the economy, but the population growth was also why the governor wanted to get rid of all the parks. So destroying the environment for the pleasure and appeasement of the population growth and the economy growth. When the population grows, obviously you're going to have an economy boost as well, because there's people that are coming to get jobs, and then obviously these people have families, therefore it's causing tourism to increase. And then potentially also causing those visitors to become permanent people that stay here. And so the environmental and the economic aspect tied together for that reason. And when you are quote unquote destroying these parks, representing the environment in this case, the parks, I mean, even with a park, if you were to destroy a park, for example, here in North Carolina, such as Lake Benson, you would also have to be destroying the wooded area around the park, which is actually homes to several different animals and several different kinds of creatures. And then the political aspect being the governor, which represents the government, who has control over the money and where and when it's spent, pertaining to urban infrastructure and just urban infrastructure in general. So those were all of our allegorical meanings, and that is what we had for our story.